Good morning. Your name?
Cornelius Bird.
Mr. Bird.
Really pronounced Cornelius.
Okay. Mr. Bird, you are here in case number 19 CF 10053. You were arrested for attempted sexual battery on a person 19 years or older and battery on a person 65 years of age or older. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you, sir. There's probable cause for each of the offenses. Your bond on count one is going to be $20,000, and your bond on count two is going to be $1,500. You, sir, are not to have any contact with the alleged victim in this matter. You're not to return to the scene, and you're not to possess any weapons or any firearms, sir. Do you understand? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, sir. Your name?
My name is Merton Benjamin Kerr III, Your Honor.
Mr. Kerr, you're here in 19 MO 1308. You were arrested for disorderly conduct. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. State, was there an offer for Mr. Kerr?
Period of time served, 3 days.
Mr. Kerr, do you want to accept the state's offer?
What was that?
Do you want to accept the state's offer? It's credit for time served. You've served 3 days, sir.
Yes.
Okay. I'll need you to sign the plea form, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Kerr, did you read the plea form before you signed it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No, Your Honor.
Are you on probation?
No, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir. I will accept your plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 3 days time served. You're also going to have to pay court costs. Those are due by July 16th of 2020, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing. In 19 CF 6960, I'll take no action on that case today, sir. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Gary Smith is mental health now.
All right.
Good.
We'll reset Mr. Smith's case, please. How about Mr. Newsom?
Can we pass by him now?
Sure. Good morning, your name?
Michael Dus.
Sir, you are here in 19 MM 5932. You were arrested for trespass on property after warning. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Deuce?
Adjudication, credit for time served, no return of 2 days.
All right. Mr. Deuce, did you want to accept the offer?
Yes.
Okay.
And the defendant will enter a plea of a no contest.
Thank you, Mr. Wynn.
All right.
Mr. Deuce, did you read the plea form before you signed it, sir?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No.
Are you on probation?
No.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No.
All right, sir, I'm going to accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days' time served. You are not to return to the 7-Eleven at 3974 South Orange Blossom Trail. You have to pay court costs. Those are due by July 16th of 2020. And you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing.
Okay.
Thank you. Is this Mr. Newsome?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Newsome.
Good morning, ma'am.
You are here in 19 MO 1310.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll try that again, sir. You're here in 19 MO 1310. You were arrested for open container. There's probable cause. Did you want a lawyer to help you with your case this morning, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Is there an offer for Mr. Newsome?
Adjudication, credit for time served of 2 days.
Okay. Did you want to accept the offer, credit for time served, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just sign the plea form, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Newsome, did you read the plea form before you signed it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No, ma'am.
Are you on probation?
No, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No, ma'am.
I'll accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days' time served. You'll also have to pay court costs. Those are due by July 16th of 2020, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Honor.
Sir, good morning. Your name?
Gibson Oswald Elize, ma'am.
Tell me that again.
Gibson Oswald Elize.
Sir, you were here in 19 MM 5924. You were arrested for trespass. There is probable cause. I will appoint, well, do you want a lawyer to help you with your case this morning? You didn't fill out the affidavit.
Ma'am, whatever the subjection towards this trespass or accusations, if there's no lawyer appointed for no one else, I would like to proceed with my case because I'm also a judge, just like Amy J. Carter. I'm so surprised to hear you, but I'm Judge Fisher. And the Gibson Oswald Elize status and all the above, even the correction, everything that I claim verbally, I hope is on record because I'm even the owner of this whole facility.
Got it. Okay.
So
Mr. Gibson,
before I can even finish with my, it's not a threat or insinuation. I got no lawyer, no plea.
I'm going to appoint the public defender this morning to represent you, sir.
Yes,
Your bond
ma'am.
is $500.
Well, I have
And you're
no-
not, well, let me finish talking.
Yes,
And you're
ma'am.
not allowed to return to 4135 West Kelowna. That's the sit-go. That's where you were arrested. You can't return there, okay?
And whatever
Thank
it is,
you,
I
sir.
was just gonna tell you, I have no plea, man.
I got it. Thank you. How about, Ms. Rukia Abdul Rahman or Jane Doe?
She refused, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll reset.
Sorry, Your Honor, what's her name?
Her name is Rukia, R-U-K-I-A, Abdul Rahman, R-A-H-M-A-N.
Thank you.
Sir, good morning. Your name?
Robert Bruce.
Mr. Bruce, you're here in 19 CF 10075. You were arrested for possession of heroin and possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you, sir. I am going to release you on your own recognizance at this time. You need to stay in touch with your lawyer, so that way you know when your next court date is. If you miss court, they will issue a no bond warrant for your arrest.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you, sir. Sir, good morning. Your name?
Lando Candelaria.
Mr. Candelaria, you're here in 19 CF 10084. You were arrested for burglary of a structure, burglary of a conveyance, and trespass on property after warning.
Your Honor.
There's probable cause for the...
Trespass after
Hold on,
warning?
hold on, Your Honor.
Sir?
I had a probable cause challenge to this based on the affidavit that I have, and I don't know if anything's been. He was already IA'd yesterday on count 1 and count 2, and I don't think there's anything in the affidavit, indicating burglary of a structure, burglary of a conveyance, or trespass on property after warning.
Your Honor, may I have one moment just to see what his IA is? Before you finish your argument, I just want to see what yesterday was, case was. It's a different case?
Oh, I see.
So that's-
Okay, never mind. I was mistaken. Okay, so I have the affidavit from yesterday, and I would withdraw that probable cause challenge, Your Honor.
Wait, this is regarding an alleged theft of, or it's a burglary at the Aventura Resort. In the
Okay.
parking garage where the car was allegedly stolen from, as well as the Avis counter where the keys were taken.
Okay, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No problem. And then the affidavit states that he'd been previously trespassed from Alvalo's properties on June 25th of 2017.
Okay.
So there's probable cause for the allegations that you were arrested for, Mr. Candelaria. Your bond on count 1 is $3,500. Your bond on count 2 is $150. Your bond on count 3 is $100. You are not to return to the Aventura Resort or any of the Universal properties. Thank you, sir. Ma'am, good morning. Your name?
Helena Corfagno.
Ma'am, you are here in 19 CF 10100. You were arrested for possession of a controlled substance without a prescription and petty theft. There's probable cause for the offenses. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and I'm going to place you on pretrial release at this time. Thank you.
We'd ask for, it was a no return as well, Your Honor? For the petty theft?
I think it was someone's purse. Like, I don't think there was a place.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Sir, good morning. Your name?
Eric Carrillo.
Mr. Carrillo, you're here in 19 CF 10066. You were arrested pursuant to a probable cause warrant for the offense of attempted burglary of a dwelling. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to return to 2013 River Tree Circle. Your bond is $1,500, sir. Thank you. You okay, sir?
I have diabetes type 1. They gave me the wrong meds.
Are you okay?
I'm just trying to go through this.
You what?
I'm just trying to go through this.
Okay, do you need something?
They didn't help me out. They gave me the wrong meds.
I know I heard you say that, but are you okay right now? Do you need something?
I need water.
You need water?
Yeah, but I'm just going to go through this.
Okay. He'll can get some water in the back, yes. Okay. Are you Mr. Cruz?
Yes, ma'am.
You're here in 19 CF 10083.
Yes.
You were arrested for possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver with a weapon, possession of cannabis less than 20 grams, and possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for each of the offenses. Did you want to hire a lawyer, sir, or do you want to see if you qualify for the public defender?
I just want to see if I can have bond on the first charge of the firearm. That's all.
You're entitled to a bond today, sir, but you didn't fill out the application for the public defender. So are you going to hire a lawyer?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to hire one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your bond on count 1 is going to be $1,000. Your bond on count 2 is $150. Your bond on count 3 is $100, sir. Okay?
Thank you.
That's for possession of no weapons, Your Honor.
Sir, you're not allowed to possess any weapons or any firearms while out on bond. Do you understand? Yes?
Am I ever going to get my phone back? I'm still paying that off.
You should get your phone back when you're released from jail if it's in
They
your property.
seized my phone.
You'll
So
have to talk to your lawyer about that then.
I'm
All right?
still paying that off, though.
I understand, sir. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, sir. Your name?
Jeff LeVon,
Mr. Hoggabook, this is 19 CF 10082. You were arrested for grand theft, 3rd degree. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender. You're not to return to the Walmart at 3101 West Princeton Street. Your bond is $1,000, sir. Thank you. Good morning, your name?
Antonio Haynes.
Mr. Haynes, you're here in 18 CF 12913. You failed to appear for a case management conference on April 16th of this year. Your bond is set at none, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you if they weren't previously appointed.
Well, I've been incarcerated since February 25th, so they just transferred me here yesterday,
Okay. Where
So-
were you in jail at?
Lake County. And my public defender is Ms. Shantae Perry. They did a phone conference with me, so I don't know how.
Your Orange County public defender is
Yeah,
Shantae
yes,
Perry?
ma'am.
Okay. Is there a way to verify that Mr. Perry was in custody in Lake County on April 16th of this year?
And I paid this bond already, So is there any way that I can have my bond reinstated or just give me another bond? Because I mean, I was in jail over there, ma'am, and I've been,
He was brought here from Lake County,
yes, ma'am.
but I just don't know if, when he got to Lake County, that's the issue.
February 25th.
Your Honor wants to reset it and have the Public Defender's Office reach out to Lake County Jail to see his dates.
Mr. Nguyen, can you do that over
Alright.
lunch?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Haynes, your lawyer's going to verify, and I'm not saying that I don't believe you, I just have to verify that information, sir. And if you were in fact in Lake County, when the capias was issued, then we can talk about setting a bond. Okay?
So how long is this gonna take?
This afternoon,
This afternoon?
yeah, we're gonna, over the lunch break, he's gonna try to verify that, and we'll bring you back this afternoon.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thanks, sir. Sure.
Judge Carter, send me his paperwork that's in the file. He was there on February 26th. That can be verified.
Oh, he was there February 26th? How do you know that?
It's on his paperwork transfer.
Oh, his transport order? Okay.
So
Sorry.
I don't need to verify any longer. Okay.
It's on his transport order. I just need to, we'll address it back with him this afternoon,
Okay.
if he's already going back. I just need to look up his original bond and all that stuff.
Okay.
Okay? Good morning, your name?
Good morning, Vincent Henderson.
Mr. Henderson, you are here in 19 CF 10089. You were arrested for possession of oxycodone and possession of cannabis less than 20 grams. There is probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, sir. However, you do need to stay in contact with your lawyer. That way you get notice of your next court date and you don't miss court. If you do, they will issue a no bond warrant for your arrest. Okay? Thank you, sir. Good morning, your name, sir?
Tundra Dion Hooks, ma'am.
Mr. Hooks, you're here in 19 CF 10062. You were arrested for possession of methamphetamine. There is probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. At this time, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, sir. Make sure you stay in contact with their office. That way you know when your next court date is. Otherwise, they're going to issue a no bond warrant for your arrest if you miss court. You understand? Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it, ma'am.
Good morning, your name?
Carolyn Johnson.
Ms. Johnson, you were here in 19 CF 10081. You were arrested for petty theft with 2 prior convictions, as well as requesting a refund with a false receipt. There's probable cause for the offenses. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond on count 1 is $1,000. Your bond on count 2 is $100. You're not to return to the Home Depot at 7022 West Colonial Drive.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to revoke your bond, ma'am, in 19 CF 8500, and I'm going to reset it at $3,500. Thank you.
Okay, so I can find out.
good morning, your name?
Lucretia Moore.
Ms. Moore, this is 19 CF 10101. You were arrested pursuant to a probable cause warrant for the offenses of burglary of an occupied dwelling with an assault or battery and attempted battery. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Ma'am, I'm gonna order that you're not to have any contact with Christine Cook. You're not to return to 5841 La Costa Drive. You're not to possess any weapons or any firearms. I'm going to set your bond. At $10,000 on count one, $500 on count two. Case number 18 CF 12524. I'm going to revoke your bond in that case, and that will be set at none. Thank you, ma'am. How about Miss Parker, Nicole Parker?
Ms. Parker's bonding, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, good morning, your name?
Good morning.
Good morning, tell me your name, please.
Norman L. Perez.
Mr. Perez, you were here in 19 CF 9946 pursuant to a probable cause warrant for the offenses of possession of heroin and introducing contraband into a county facility. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Your Honor,
Sir, I'm gonna set your bond on count one at $150. Your bond on count two will be $100. And then 19 CF 7540, I'll take no action. This appears to be an add-on from the original fleeing and attempting to elude.
It will not affect my bond, so I can bond out, right?
Correct.
Thank you so much, Your
You're
Honor.
welcome, sir.
Have a blessed day.
You too.
Thank you.
Sir, good morning. Your name?
Matthew Reynolds.
Mr. Reynolds, you're here in 19 CF 10077. You were arrested for grand theft, third degree of a motor vehicle. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender. Your bond, sir, is $1,000. 19 CF 6725 and 19 CF Are these the same cases? 6725? So there's 6725 and 6275, so that was the original. Okay, so 19 CF 6725 and 19 CF 6275. I'm going to revoke the release on 6725. That was a 33-day motion had been granted. Bond will be set at none. And then in 6275, I'm revoking the bond and that will be set at none.
So I can't bond out?
No. Thank you, sir. Good morning, your name?
Taylor Whitlock.
Mr. Whitlock. You are here in 19 CF 10064. You were arrested for possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to return to the Baymont Hotel at 7900 South Orange Blossom Trail. And at this time, sir, I'm going to place you on pretrial release. Thank you. Good morning, your name?
James Thomas.
Mr. Thomas. How about Mr. Moore?
Got Mr. Moore right here.
Oh, okay. And then Mr. Morrell?
Yes, he'll be out to Mr. Moore.
He's what?
He'll be out to Mr. Moore.
Thomas was before them, Your Honor.
I don't have
He's on
Thomas.
City and County.
Just one
Listening
second.
without permit, please.
Did I accidentally hand it to you? Tell me your name again?
James Thomas.
Oh, right here. On the very bottom, yep. Okay. Mr. Thomas. Sir, this is case number 19CO798. You were arrested for soliciting without a permit. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Thomas?
Adjudication credit for time served.
Mr. Thomas, did you want to resolve your case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to accept that offer?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sign the plea form, please.
Is credit for 2 days, Your Honor.
The defendant will enter a plea of no contest, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Thomas, did you read the plea form, sir, before you signed it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No, ma'am.
Are you on probation?
No, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No, ma'am.
I will accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days' time served. You also have to pay court costs. Those are due by July 16th of 2020, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, thank you, sir.
Thanks for the offer.
Certainly, sir. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good morning, Mr. Moore.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Moore, this is 19MM 5930. You were arrested for petty theft with a prior conviction. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender. Is there an offer for Mr. Moore?
No, Your Honor.
No. Okay. Mr. Moore, at this time, I'm going to order that you're not allowed to return to the CVS at 5300 South John Young Parkway, and I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, okay? Make sure you stay in contact with your lawyer. That way you know when your next court date is.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, your name?
Alexis Morel, Your Honor.
Sir, you're here in 19 MM 5931. You were arrested for credit card theft and fraudulent impersonation.
I
There's probable cause, sir. I'm going to appoint the public defender. Is there an offer for Mr. Morel?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Morel, you're not to return to 124 West Pine, that's the 7-Eleven. Your bond on count 1 is $1,000. Your bond on count 2 is $100. Thank you. Is this Mr. Negron?
No.
Pardon me? Is your name Mr. Negron?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Was there an actual theft case along with this case as well, or no?
Not to
There's
my
another
knowledge,
case
Your Honor.
number? Okay. This is 19 MM 5937. Sir, you were arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for that offense. I see you're represented by Mr. Longwell on your 2 out on bond cases. Were you gonna hire Mr. Negron for this, or I'm sorry, Mr. Longwell for this case, or do you wanna
Yes,
have the
ma'am.
public defender? You are gonna hire Mr. Longwell? Okay, you did complete the affidavit for the public defender, so I'm gonna throw this away. Okay? Is there an offer for Mr. Negron?
No, Your Honor.
No? Mr. Negron, do you want to have you reached out to Mr. Longwell? Have you talked to Mr. Longwell since you've been here? Have you called your lawyer?
No, yeah, because I got arrested last night.
Okay. Do you want me to reset your case for tomorrow and see if Mr. Longwell can be present for your hearing? Because you're out on bond in 2 cases, and you have a new case. So I'm asking you if you want, you're telling me you don't want the public defender to represent you. You're gonna hire Mr. Longwell. Do you want to see if he can be here tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. I'll have my office reach out to him and let him know you're here. Okay, you need to try to reach out to his office as well, or have a family member do that. All right? We'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Negron.
Thank you.
Sir, good morning. Your name?
Mark Rosick.
Mr. Rosick. You're here in 19 MM 5929. You were arrested for trespass in a dwelling after warning.
Correct.
There's not probable cause. Probable cause for a simple trespass. Is there an offer for Mr. Rosick?
Adjudication, credit for time served, no return.
Okay. Mr. Rosick, did you want to accept that offer, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sign the plea form, please. Just a simple trespass. It's gonna be an 810, I'll look at it. Thank you. It's the 810.09. Yep. 810.09? Is this that you? Okay. All right. Mr. Rosick, did you read the plea form, sir, before you signed it?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No.
Are you on probation?
Yes.
You are on probation?
In a different county.
Okay. So do you understand that by entering a plea to this charge, that very well may violate your probation?
It won't.
Pardon me?
It won't.
Well, it could.
Well, yeah, it could, but
So do you want to maybe have some time and we can reset your case for tomorrow and you can talk to a lawyer about that?
no.
Okay.
I'm good.
Mr. Maybe ask him what he's on probation for.
You wanted to ask?
Well, he can ask, could you ask him? How come that doesn't show up on his face sheet? Doesn't it normally show up? Okay, thank you. Mr. Rin, what county is it? Brevard?
He was placed on probation March of this year for reckless driving involving alcohol
Okay.
for 10 months.
10 months, March, okay. So, Mr. Rosick, even knowing that this plea will violate your probation, do you still want to enter the plea?
Yes.
Okay. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No, ma'am.
All right. How far have you gone in school, Mr. Rozak?
I graduated high school.
Okay. And you had no problems reading or understanding the plea form today?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll accept your plea. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail.
2 days.
You have credit for 2 days, time served. You get credit for yesterday and today.
Oh.
Sir, you can't go back to the library downtown.
Oh, I know.
Okay. You're also gonna have to pay court costs. Those are due by July 16th of 2020, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court.
How
in
much
writing.
are the court costs?
$323.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good morning. Your name?
LaShawn Jameson.
Mr. Jameson, you're here for an out-of-county warrant from Seminole County related to possession of cannabis, less than 20 grams, possession of drug paraphernalia, and driving with license suspended or revoked. Your bond is currently set at none, and you will see a judge when you get to Seminole County, sir. All right?
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. Miss Martin, she's on that. Good morning, sir. Your name?
Samuel Moody.
Mr. Moody, you're here for an out-of-county warrant from Volusia County related to a possession of drug paraphernalia. Your bond is $1,000, sir. If you're unable to post that bond, Volusia County will come pick you up and you'll see a judge when you get there. Thank you. Sir, good morning. Your name?
David Rivera.
Mr. Rivera, you are here for an out-of-county warrant for Seminole County, Florida, related to a violation of probation for grand theft. Your bond is currently set at none, sir. You will see a judge when you get to Seminole County, sir. Thank you. Sir, tell me your name, please.
Dennis Atkinson.
Tell me that again.
Dennis Atkinson.
What about Mr. Anthony Maxwell? All right, we'll reset Mr. Anthony. You're Mr. Atkinson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Atkinson, it looks like you were brought back today because you do have an immigration detainer. And we have to inform you that you do have this detainer. Are they given a copy of the detainer?
No, but when ICE comes,
Because I have this. ICE does what? Oh. Okay. No. Okay. Mr. Atkinson, did you resolve your case yesterday?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And then that's why he's not being released then, is because they have this 48-hour hold, right?
he didn't resolve the case.
He didn't?
He's here for resisting without violence, and he also has a child support case.
The child support case was taken care of yesterday.
I see the resisting without. So does he need to be I-8 on the no? Probable cause was made, bond was stayed, okay. All right, Mr. Atkinson, I needed to inform you that you do have the immigration hold.
I'm aware.
Okay, thank you, sir. Can I hold on? Give me it back. Okay, I want to read it. Good morning, your name?
Noel Garbang.
Excuse me?
Noel Garbang.
No, Carbon?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Carbon, it looks like you are here this morning as well to inform you that you have an immigration detainer. Thank you, sir.
Hello, my name is Randall.
Randall Tran?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir. Mr. Tran, you were here in 19MM 5908. You were arrested for the offense of battery. Sir, there's probable cause for the offense. I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'm going to order that you can't return to the in-town suites at 11424 University Boulevard, and you're not to have any contact with Nicholas Parker or possess any weapons or any firearms, sir.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
may he have a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any belongings he might have at the property?
Sure. His bond is $500. Thank you, sir. Vasquez, Mark Vasquez.
Mark Vasquez is a refusal.
I'll reset Mr. Vasquez one last time.
They would object, Your Honor. He refused yesterday as well.
I understand. He has reporting requirements though, so I want him to try to come to court one more time. And what about Ms. Bethia?
She also refused.
She was mental health yesterday. Today's refusal. I'm gonna give her one more chance to come to court tomorrow. afternoon. Tell me your name, please.
Keith Anthony Smith, ma'am, Your Honor.
Mr. Smith, you were here in 19 MM 5941. You were arrested for battery and criminal mischief. There is probable cause for those offenses, sir. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. You are not to have any contact with Joe Marchetti. You're to maintain a separate residence from Mr. Marchetti, and you're not to possess any weapons or any firearms while you are out on bond.
Yes, Your
Your
Honor.
bond on count 1 is $500. Your bond on count 2 will be $500.
I'm sorry, what was the bottom count to?
500.
Thank you.
Thank you. The 19M M4424, there's a competency status hearing on October 14th. Signed to Judge Carvalho. I don't see that any evaluations have yet taken place. Mr. Smith, do you have a case manager? Who is your case manager?
Ivani. She's my landlord.
At the group home?
Yeah, I broke her windshield out last night.
Okay, Mr.
I did.
I
I'm
understand.
not gonna lie.
I don't want you to talk to me about your case. I'm just trying to figure out what to do about your out on bond case and some other conditions we may need to put in place.
I'm sorry. I'm telling the truth.
All right, I'm gonna. 19MM4424, Mr. Smith, I'm gonna revoke your pretrial release at this time. I'm going to set your bond at none. Mr. Nguyen, you should make some notes in your file to get your office to come out here and talk with him and put together a plan based upon the fact that there's that pending competency issue, and then this is the second alleged battery within 2 months at the group home.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Thank you, ma'am, Your Honor. Miss Your Honor. Miss Your Honor.
Sir, good afternoon. Your name?
Alexander Castillo.
Mr. Castillo, you are here in 19 CF 10102 pursuant to a probable cause warrant for the offenses of dealing in stolen property, receiving money from a pawnbroker by false verification, and petty theft with 2 prior convictions. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You are also here in 19 CF 10099 for possession of heroin. There is probable cause for that offense, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you in that matter as well. Your bond on count 1 in 19 CF 10102 is $5,000. Your bond on count 2 is $150. Your bond on count 3 is $150. You're not to return to the pawn shop. Your bond in 19 CF 10099 is $1,000. And I'm gonna revoke the bond in 19 CF 3884 and 19 CT 55. Those bonds will be set at none, sir. Thank you. Sir, good afternoon. Your name?
Lieutenant Floyd.
Mr. Floyd, this is 19 CF 10096. You were arrested for possession of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a convenience store and possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for each of the offenses. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond on count 1 is $1,000 and your bond on count 2 is $100, sir. You can't return to the 7-Eleven either.
I wasn't even at a 7-Eleven.
Well, it says you were within 1,000 feet of it, and that's 7309 South Orange Blossom Trail. You may not have been there, but you're not allowed to go back there now, okay? Thank you, sir. Sir, good afternoon. Your name?
Kenneth Lyman, ma'am.
Mr. Lyman, you are here in 19 CF 10093. You were arrested for possession of cocaine, loitering, and piling, and resisting officer without violence. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You're not to return to 600 Triumph Court. Your bond is $1,000 on count 1, 100 on count 2, and 100 on count 3. In 19 CF 9396. I'm gonna take no action on that case today. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, your name?
Jasenia Marcano.
Ma'am, this is 19 CF 10097. You were arrested for grand theft, third degree of a motor vehicle. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $1,000. Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Your name?
Jordan Smith.
Ms. Smith, you're here in 19 MM 5942. You were arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. There is probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. You also, your bond in that matter will be $500, ma'am. You also have 18 CF 15917, which is a violation of probation. There's probable cause for the violation of probation, and in that matter, your bond will be set at none. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, good afternoon. Your name?
Juan Thomas Zachary.
Mr. Zachary, this is 19 CF 10105. You were arrested for possession of synthetic cannabinoids. There's probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender. You were also arrested in 19 MO 1311 for camping. There's probable cause for that offense, sir. And I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Mr. Zachary, I'm going to release you, sir, on your own recognizance at this time. All right, make sure that you stay in contact with your public defender or so that you know when your next court date is and that you don't miss your court date. Otherwise, they're going to issue a no bond warrant for your arrest, sir.
No problem.
Okay?
Your Honor, can I get both case numbers, please?
Pardon me?
Can I get both case numbers, please?
19 CF 10105 and 19 MO 1311.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Your name?
Caitlin Grace Alois.
Ma'am, this is 19 CT 744. You were arrested for driving while license suspended or revoked with knowledge. There's probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an updated face sheet for? Ma'am, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance at this time. Make sure that you stay in touch with your attorney. That way you get notice of your next court date. Okay. With no bond. What is she on probation for? It's what? Oh, it doesn't say here.
Give that case number name.
2017 CF 13299.
1329. She pled to a carrying concealed firearm prostitution in October of 2018.
2018.
Yes, so she had one VOP on
All right.
April of 2019, so this is her second.
Ma'am, I wasn't aware of those facts when I set your bond. So I'm just gonna leave the bond set at the $500. That you'll get time on this case while you're addressing the violation of probation as well. Okay?
Has
Thank
the
you.
violation already gone through?
I don't know, it sounds like you're gonna be in front of Judge Wish tomorrow morning with the VOP warrant, and she'll advise you of what the allegations of the violation are. This probably is going to be included in it as well. Okay? Thank you.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
You're here in 19 CT 686. You failed to appear.
Ma'am,
Wait, just wait. You failed to appear for trial.
I object to that, ma'am. I'm really no disrespect, ma'am, but I've been going through this like since last year. I go to court. I haven't missed not one court date. Each time I just went to a court date on the 10th, which they're saying that I made a failure to appear. I was actually in court like I am now talking to the judge, and they issued out a warrant. This is not the first time that they've done that. I'm out on 2 bonds or 3 bonds right now that you probably can see, and each time that I got arrested, I was in court like I am now, and the judge arrested me in court for failure to appear, like on both of those where they showing that I had failure to appear and I'm out on bond. Each time I went to jail, I was in court like how I'm talking to you. And he's saying that he made it seem like I wasn't in court by getting me arrested in court when I was in court.
I see.
And now I just went to court on the 10th that just passed, and I went to court like how I'm talking to you now. When I left court, they issued out a warrant. That's how I ended up here last night. And I really don't understand what type of law these judges are using, and it's like they're wasting my time and everything. They got me arrested in here. I don't know for what, because I go to court each time. They arrest me in court for failure to appear. I
hear what you're saying to you, or to me, but I'm not in a better position. I'm not saying what you're saying is not true, but I'm not in court, so I don't know what happened. You have to address those issues with your
But
lawyer
you
and
see-
the judge in that case. No, let me talk, because I let you talk, okay? So I'm gonna tell you, your bond on the case that you're here for right now is set at none. The judge who can modify that is the judge who issued the KPS. The law doesn't let me change that, okay? But what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna take any action on your out on bond cases because I don't have enough information about those cases, okay? But you need to talk to your lawyer.
What
need
did
to
you
have
say
them file
about the
those.
bond, though?
I'm not gonna revoke them,
Thank you so much.
okay? But you need to talk to your lawyer on the other case.
I don't have a lawyer, though. I've been representing Darius Lloyd since I can remember.
I don't see an attorney on the.
Do you wanna see if you qualify for the public defender?
That's what I'm telling you, man. Like, I go to court, I represent Darius Lloyd, I stand in court as a living man, all of this stuff. They arrest me in court for failure to appear and
I understand, Mr. Lloyd.
they make me bond out when I'm not supposed to even be in there.
It
For-
sounds to me like you do need a lawyer though, and someone to help you.
But I'm doing everything correct. What am I doing wrong when I go to court?
Mr. Lloyd, listen, I've explained this to you. I can appoint a lawyer that you can talk to and just see if you're doing the right thing, or you can continue doing it your way.
But if you're supposed to go to court, what am I doing wrong when I go to
Mr.
court?
Lloyd, I don't know because I'm not there,
But
okay?
but I'm saying if I'm in court, why am I getting arrested for failure to appear?
Maybe, I don't know. There's lots of reasons I could think of, and that's probably why you should talk to someone who's trained in the law. Thank you, Mr. Lloyd.
I don't understand. So can I get out today?
No, you need to have your lawyer file a motion. You need a lawyer. Ms. Sandoval? Okay. And then Ms. Brown, or I'm sorry, Mr. Brown. Sir, good afternoon. Tell me your name, please. Your name, sir?
Dana.
Are you Mr. Brown?
Yeah, Dana Brown.
Okay, sir. You're here in 19 MM 5943. You were arrested for petty theft with a prior conviction. There's probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond on that matter is $500, sir.
We'd ask for a return to the Wawa, Your Honor.
Yeah, Mr. Brown, you can't go back to the Wawa at 1200 West Colonial Drive.
So,
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Burke, come back.
All right, I'm not going to take any action on 19 CF 7346 at this time. Thank you, sir. Sir, good afternoon. Your name?
Yes, I'm Rene Gomez.
Mr. Gomez, this is 19 MM 5944. You were arrested for trespassing on property after warning and resisting officer without violence. There's probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Gomez?
Yes, I previously conveyed the offer, Your Honor. I will withhold credit for time served.
And I'm going to take a moment to discuss with the defendant, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay, he needs a,
He's going to accept the offer?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'll enter a plea of no contest, Your Honor. And
Mr. Gomez, did you read the plea form before you signed it? All right, Mr. Gomez, you'll just have to answer into the microphone, please.
Yes.
Thank you. Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up on the form?
No.
All right. Are you on probation?
Yeah.
You are on probation?
No.
Okay. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No, I'm diabetic, so
All right, sir, I will accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days' time served. You'll also have to pay court costs. Those are due by July 16th of 2020, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing, and you cannot return to the Greyhound bus station, sir. Do you understand?
Okay. I want to share my story a little bit. I am from McAllen, Texas. I don't know if you ever heard a show, Catfish, where people try to have somebody come after talking for.
Yes, okay.
I talked to somebody on the internet from Orlando,
Mhm.
and we talked for a month. And when we talked, he said, "Why don't you come over and move over here?" I said, "Obviously, this is because of my toes." And I said, "We see $1,180 a month." And I said, "Sure, why not?" So
Well, I'm sorry that that didn't work out, sir.
I got to the airport, never showed up. I waited another day, never showed up.
Okay. I understand, sir. I'm very sorry that that happened to you. All
And
right?
now I have my sister in the hospital.
Mhm.
I need a way to get home because
So you're gonna be released from the jail today, and you can, talk to your sister and your family.
I lost my cell phone at the airport.
You
I had
can go
no-
to the airport, you just can't go to the Greyhound bus station.
They were rude to me. The manager said, when I went, she said, you stink. Go take a shower. I don't know anything here. I'm from over there. So go take a shower. And I did actually. I stayed with the Salvation Army, and I stayed at, before I took the shower, at, I don't know, the coalition, I guess.
Mr. Gomez, I'm not trying to be rude to you, but I have to take the next case,
That's-
okay?
Your Honor,
All
may he
right, thank you.
may he return to the bus station if he has a valid ticket to board a bus?
I think
or
he's
can
been
we-
trespassed,
Okay, so even with,
so he'll get
okay,
arrested.
okay.
I'll go to the bus
Don't go
station.
to the bus.
Mr. Anderson?
Good afternoon, sir. Your name?
Wheeler Martin Anderson III.
Mr. Anderson, you're here in 19-MO-1312. You were arrested for camping. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Anderson?
And adjudication, credit for time served, 2 days.
Mr.
Sorry,
Anderson,
1 day.
did you want to accept that offer?
What was the offer? I'm sorry.
An adjudication of guilt and credit for time served. You'll be released today, sir.
Actually, Your Honor, they just started me on detox. Can I finish that out and then get released? Because I've been sleeping under a bridge and I've been drinking, and this is my shot to finally get detox.
Ms. Kennedy,
I think it's like 3
Adjudication,
days.
5 days.
have you see you have his face sheet? Yes. Okay, that's fine. You want to accept the 5-day offer, Mr. Anderson?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Anderson, did you read the plea form before you signed it? Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up? Are you on probation?
No, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court this afternoon?
No, ma'am.
All right, so I'll accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 1 day time served. You'll also have to pay court costs. Those are due by July 16th of 2020, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing. All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, good afternoon. Your name?
Gary Smith, sir.
Mr. Smith, this is 19 MO 1313. You were arrested for camping and state misdemeanors. There is probable cause for both of the offenses. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Smith?
An adjudication credit for time served.
Mr. Smith, did you want to accept that offer?
Yes, I accept it.
Okay, sign the plea form, please.
Credit for 2 days.
I did. Thank you. Mr. Smith, did you read the plea form before you signed it, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No, ma'am.
Are you on probation?
No, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No, ma'am.
All right, sir, I'll accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days' time served. You'll also have to pay court costs. Those are due by July 16th of 2020, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Are you Mr. Thompson?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you are here in 19 MO 1314. You were arrested for open container. There's probable cause. Did you want a lawyer to help you with your case this afternoon?
No, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, is there an offer for Mr. Thompson?
Adjudication credit for time served.
Do you want to accept the offer?
Do,
Okay, sign the plea form, please.
ma'am.
Mr. Thompson, did you read the plea form before you signed it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No, ma'am.
Are you on probation?
No, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No, ma'am.
I'll accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. You also have to pay court costs, which are due by July 16th of 2020, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing. On 19 MM 4689, I'll take no action on that case. And then, sir, you also have reporting requirements when you are released from the jail.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Hayes.
Good afternoon.
Right. So we did confirm that he was on his transport order. The Lake County date of his, page, it was 2/25 of this year. Yes, okay. Mr. Hayes.
Your Honor,
Yes.
is it possible that I can either be ROR to have the bond reinstated due to the fact that I paid the bond last year?
I can't reinstate the bond. a bond. The failure to appear warrant, it actually appears to have been issued as a result of the state filing a motion to revoke your bond. It alleges that you'll have to see Judge Adams about it. It says that, on February 25th, you were arrested in Lake County for armed burglary, occupied dwelling, aggravated assault, depriving use of 911. It is the same alleged victim as in the case, in this case, with, the new Porter.
Yes.
So that's why your bond was revoked based upon the allegation that you violated the course of contact order based upon that new law arrest. So I'm not gonna modify the plea case at this time. You'll have to talk to your lawyer and have Judge Adams take a look at all those facts, or I don't have enough information or familiarity with the case to modify that at this time.
Everything,
I know, sir, I don't want you to talk to me about the facts of your case, okay, but like I said, I took a look at everything. You were absolutely correct, you were in the jail, but your bond was revoked pursuant to this motion to revoke your bond based upon allegations that you violated the order. All right? Thank you, Mr. Hayes.
And, Your Honor, this morning, I think there was a motion to the determination of counsel said it was for Jason Thomas, 2019 CF 7814.
Yes.
We don't have the income affidavit here. I was wondering if you could call that case. I do have two orders signed by Your Honor where he was appointed the public defender on July 3rd in two cases. If that would be sufficient, if we could have the public defender appointed in that case.
Sure, this is 19 CF 7814 Jason Thomas.